In this video, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of all the balk rules in pitching in baseball. Now, I have a more detailed guide to balk rules, which are more for coaches and parents who want the deep understanding to teach their kids, or for players too, of course. In this video, I just want to give you a quick overview, a quick rundown of all the different rules so that you can just kind of shuffle back through in a less comprehensive but quicker sort of way. Now, two things before I get going. I'll link in the description below to my pickoff tutorials where I can teach you proper pickoff moves, because if you do the pickoff wrong, it's going to be a balk. I also teach you about how to set up on the rubber, from the stretch position, from the slide step, all those sort of rules. So all those are really important in setting the foundation for pitchers to pitch legally without balking all the time, which slows the game down and is frustrating for everyone. All right, balk rule number one. When you come set, you cannot move any other part of your body except for your head. So when I get into the set position like this, I can't twitch, not with my knee, not with my ankle, not anything like that. I have to be completely still. I can move my head, and then I can either step off, I can do a pickoff move, or I can pitch. But any other movement is going to be a balk. All right, balk rule number two, you can't start and then stop your pitching delivery. So that looks like this. If I come set, and I lift my leg, and then, oh, I didn't pitch, that's going to be a balk. Balk rule number three, you can't fake a pickoff move to first base. So as a righty, if I do my most efficient pickoff move, which is this one, if I do that move, I have to throw the ball. Same goes for lefties. If they do their big hang move, they have to throw it. They cannot fake to first base. All right, next balk rule, you cannot pick off to an unoccupied base. So if I have no runner on third and I come set as a righty and I do a pickoff move to third base, that's going to be a balk. Next balk rule, you must come to a complete stop in your set position. So this is a really common one where pitchers will never fully come set. They'll just sort of roll through it and pitch the ball. You must come to a complete discernible stop and then pitch the ball. Otherwise, it's going to be a balk. Next balk rule, you can't quick pitch the hitter. And what this means is if I'm set and ready to go and the hitter is just getting in the batter's box and then I pitch the ball, the umpire could say that that's a balk because the hitter was not ready, and then it makes an unsafe situation because if they're not paying attention and I throw one and it goes for their head, they get hit in the head, in the neck, whatever, and could be seriously injured. This one is rarely called because this situation doesn't happen very often. The umpires usually control for it and they tell the pitcher when they can pitch, and they usually wait for the hitter. But in general, you can't quick pitch the hitter when they're not ready. Next balk rule, you cannot separate your hands twice when coming set. So what this means is if I come set like this, now I can either step off, I can pick off, or I can pitch. I cannot bring my hands together and then reset them a second time. Once they've come set, they cannot separate again unless I step off, pick off, or pitch the ball. Next balk rule, you can't drop the ball while on the rubber. So if I'm here and I'm getting my sign and oops, that falls out, it's a balk. Next balk rule, you have to eventually face the hitter when you pitch the ball. This is also one that's rarely ever called. I've never seen it called in a game, but I think basically what this means is I can't just stare at second base, there's a runner there, and go all the way through my delivery and never actually turn back towards the plate. Again, I've never seen this called, but this is in the official rules. At some point as a pitcher, even if you're looking at the runner for a long time, you have to eventually turn your head back towards the batter. Next balk rule, you cannot be on the pitching mound without the baseball. And this is to prevent the hidden ball trick from just getting out of hand. So if your team is putting on the hidden ball trick and you don't have the ball as a pitcher because your shortstop has it and they think you have it, you have to be off the pitching mound entirely. Otherwise, the umpire can call you for a balk. Next, you have to do legal pickoff move technique anytime you pick off to a base. So that's really simple. All the different pickoff moves, whether it's to second, to first, I don't think you should ever pick off to third. You have to do them legally. So I'll give you one example. As a righty pitcher, when I'm picking to first, I have to disconnect with my right first, then my left, and throw. So it'll look like this. If I were to make an egregious first move with my left foot like this and throw, that would be a balk because that's an illegal pickoff move technique. So you have to use legal pickoff moves anytime you pick off to a base. Next balk rule, you can't mimic your delivery. You can't fake it when you're not on the rubber. So when I'm on the rubber, I can, go through and I can make a pitch. If I'm straddling the rubber, for example, I can't come set and then fake pitch to the home plate to like trick the runner or whatever. That would be a balk. Next balk rule, you can't delay the game. So I've never seen this called either, but hypothetically, you can't come set and then just stay here for 17 minutes. At some point, if you don't pitch the ball, the umpire is going to just call a balk, runners get their base, and they're going to move on. So you can't delay the game. That's going to be the umpire's discretion. But again, I've never seen this happen, but hypothetically, you could just wait forever until the umpire is eventually going to call you for a balk. And the last balk rule is one I don't really consider a balk. It's really just a different sort of fielding rule, is that the catcher has to be in the catcher's box when they set up for the pitch. This just keeps catchers somewhat centered over the plate, and they don't want them setting up all the way, in the other batter's box to help deceive the umpire or whatever advantage they might gain by doing that. Basically, if I'm a pitcher and my catcher is not in the catcher's box when I'm ready to deliver my pitch, the umpire could call a balk and advance each of the runners one base. All right, so thanks for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe below. Check out my newest book, The Art of the Mound Visit, which is coming soon. You'll find it in the links in the description below when the book has been released, and it's all about how to be a fantastic pitching coach that every player wants to pitch for. All the soft skills, team management, bullpen management, how to get players warm, and how to have great mound visits where you help your players get back on track when they're struggling in the game. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you here in the next video.